Hello and welcome to Riddicks on Marvel with your co-host Sarah
and your co-host Sean. This is our first episode and we are going to talk about 2008's film Iron Man, the first in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
And a great one. Okay, so let's start with the IMDb description of Iron Man.
Yes. Okay, so after being held captive in an Afghan cave, billionaire engineer Tony Stark creates a unique weaponized suit of armor to fight evil.
Fight evil.
Yeah.
Very dramatic. A lofty goal.
Yes.
But yeah, cool. That, I guess, is what
Whatever
the movie's
keeps
about.
them happy.
Yeah. Okay, so Sarah, do you remember the first time you saw Iron Man? Was it in the cinema? Do you remember did you like it?
I don't remember my first time seeing it. I don't know if I saw it in the cinema, if I'm honest. I checked. The release date was May 2nd, 2008, which would have been the end of my first year in college. Mm-hmm. So God only knows what was happening.
Not a
that
huge
week.
Priority for you then.
No.
Yeah, okay.
No. But I remember, I feel like I remember seeing it on Film 4 or something and really enjoying it.
Yeah.
But I don't really have any, again, it's nearly 20 years ago, I don't really have any massive recollection of it. You?
I definitely saw it in the cinema, but I vaguely remember that. But I do remember being really excited for it to come out in the cinema.
But you were already a fan through comics, were you?
Yeah, so I was already a long-time comic book nerd. Iron Man wasn't a huge one for me, though. In terms of Marvel, Spider-Man was my big one.
Okay.
And by this stage, I mostly knew Iron Man through, Spider-Man comics and appearances in the Spider-Man cartoons or whatever. Yeah. But I was still really excited for it because trailers were amazing. It looked like a big explodey summer blockbuster. So yeah, I was really excited for it. But 2008 was also the year that The Dark Knight came out, and that was kind of the big comic book movie of the year.
Yeah. And very opposite tone.
Yeah, super opposite. Yeah. Which kind of really worked for both of them because you've got the dark tone of The Dark Knight.
Dark and twisty Christian Bale.
Yeah. And then you've got the bright, splody summer action flick.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't fully remember my first viewing of it. I definitely do remember that I didn't see the post-credit scene in the cinema.
Okay.
Because that was a new kind of thing. Nobody knew
who
there
was
was
doing
gonna
that.
Be... Exactly, yeah.
But you're a lifer. I've sort of been grandfathered, married into this lifestyle.
Yeah. But yeah, so let's do a quick, brief history of the MCU.
Yes, educate me.
Okay, so how the Marvel Cinematic Universe came about. So we're going back in time to the mid-1990s. Mm-hmm. At that stage, Marvel Comics was basically going bankrupt.
Okay.
They were totally losing money. And so to kind of stave off bankruptcy, what they did was they sold the rights or licensed the rights or whatever to all these to their characters to all these different movie studios. And then those movie studios started making movies based on these characters. And those movie studios started making fucking bank on those characters. So they got 1998 Blade came out from New Line Cinema.
Never seen it.
It was an 18s vampire movie starring Wesley Snipes. Probably wasn't up your alley.
I would have been 9.
Well,
so no.
Yeah. I went to see it in the cinema. I was 12 years old, so they didn't let me in. But which I was devastated at because...
Of course they didn't.
I know, crazy. And I really thought I was going to see Blade that night. But as it turned out, I had to wait a year for it to come out on VHS. And then my parents bought it for me because they did not give a fuck about me seeing an 18s vampire film. But Blade made a lot of money.
Okay.
Then 2000, X-Men came out. You probably saw that, maybe not in the cinema.
No, I did, yeah.
Yeah. Big movie. Hugh Jackman was given to the world with that movie. And then 2002, Sony released Spider-Man, starring Tobey Maguire. That's kind of the big one. People see that as the big one.
Yes.
But those movies made fucking money.
Okay.
Huge money. So obviously there's an appetite there for superhero movies. So Marvel is wait a minute, what can we do now?
Hold on a second here.
Yeah. So during this time, a young whippersnapper who worked as a production assistant to this movie producer named Kevin Feige got given an associate producer role in X-Men, specifically because he was a comic book nerd.
Aww.
So when the producer that he was working for started working on X-Men, she made him an associate producer.
So it's not a useless hobby.
It's not, yeah. At least one guy has massively profited from this.
Go him!
He came up with the idea of, well, look, Spider-Man and X-Men, they're all making loads of money. We don't have those characters anymore, but we've got some other ones.
Mm-hmm.
We've got the Avengers, who nobody had ever heard of, but he came up with the idea of, well, let's do it like the comics. Let's make a bunch of movies that will eventually cross over like comics.
Okay.
So in 2007, he was made president of production at Marvel Studios, and he produced the first movie of the MCU, Iron Man. On its opening weekend, it did so well that Kevin Feige was made president of Marvel Studios.
Aww. Oh, that's nice. I mean, still evil capitalism, but that's nice.
Yeah, but
I'm
like,
happy for him.
nice that little nerd got.
Well done.
Yeah, he got the recognition
With his hats.
Yeah, he's always wearing baseball hats.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of that's how the MCU came about. It was capitalism meets nerd.
Okay, so let's get into the film.
Yeah, okay. So Iron Man, as the description said, Tony Stark fights evil. So yeah, I guess the movie starts with billionaire Tony Stark in Afghanistan selling his new missiles to the US government. I don't know. I guess they went to Afghanistan to do that so they could do a live test.
Well, I suppose it's a country you could safely blow up at the time or something when you're American.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what they did.
Yeah, pretty bad.
So Tony gets kidnapped. His convoy is attacked, and he gets kidnapped by an evil organization known as the Ten Rings.
Yes.
Who we'll meet later in
Yes.
the MCU. In the explosion that rocks the convoy that he's in, he gets shrapnel in his chest, and he wakes up in a cave where a doctor has implanted an electromagnet in his chest to keep the shrapnel out of his heart.
Yeah. Magic.
Yeah. He's done surgical superhero
Dr. Magic Yinsen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to take over?
No.
Okay.
No, I can. So yeah, okay. So while he's in his prison cave with his pal Yinsen, whose first name is Ho, incidentally, which is just the best first name ever, he is being ordered by his captors to build this Jericho rocket that he'd been showing to the US government. Instead of doing that, he, for some reason that I don't really understand, if I'm honest, decides, you know what? No. Instead of building this rocket for these guys who've kidnapped me, I'm not going to build something that will allow me to blow up a door or escape. Yeah. I'm going to build myself a big old suit made of iron that I can walk in and blow things up with. So anyway, he does that. He uses that to escape. Poor El Yinsen doesn't make it out. He gets very killed. By trying to. He tries to buy him time because the thing hasn't uploaded yet. And bless him, he gets murdered in a big way. But then he goes see his family who are dead. We find out then, and that's very sad. So either way, he blasts his way out, completely wrecks the gaff, slaughters everyone, and then flies away for a little bit, and then wanders through the desert for a little while,
where he's rescued by
Rhodey. Yes,
played in this movie by Terrence Howard,
the less good Rhodey.
Yeah. I can't say that I'm a huge fan of Terrence Howard's acting.
He's no Don Cheadle. You know.
But look, so Rhodey rescues him. Colonel Jim Rhodes.
General. Major. Pick one.
And brings him back to the States, where Tony promptly ceases all contracts with the government to make missiles. And
dictates that Stark Industries is no longer going to make weapons at all. Goes total peace-loving hippie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Goes total peace-loving hippie, while in his basement he secretly creates a much better Iron Man suit that he then uses to go back to Afghanistan and kill all the people who took him hostage.
One rule for you, one rule for me.
Yeah.
That's fine. This is what being a billionaire is about. about.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, goes back and slaughters everybody again. Just a lot of slaughtering in the first hour.
Yeah.
There he is sort of discovered, I guess. Two American fighter jets are in the region and are like, there's a blip on our radar.
Yeah.
As they say. And basically he has to call Rhodey and say, it's me in the suit, don't blow me up.
Yeah.
And that's how he's sort of hard launched to the military, I guess, at least. And then what happens?
And then basically he goes home and like builds some more suits and tries to get back into life. He's got an assistant, Pepper Potts, played by Gwyneth Paltrow.
Will they or won't they?
Will they or won't they?
Who knows?
Also, he's got an AI named Jarvis that runs his house. And then with the appearance of Iron Man, a government spy organization named S.H.I.E.L.D. approaches Tony and Pepper to like try get in a room with Tony.
Yes.
So that's Agent Phil Coulson, played by Clark Gregg. Sorry,
he's fabulous.
He's great. And then behind the scenes, we see that Tony's best friend and second in command at Stark Industries, Obadiah Stane, is maybe not so nice a guy.
Oh, is he a stain on
Oh.
Stark Industries?
Yeah, that was great.
That was terrible.
No, that was pretty good.
Oh God, the shame of it all. Yes, and this is my favorite part of the film. But we see, for some reason, I can't remember exactly why, but Tony's like, Pepper, I need you to go to the office and get the thing from Obadiah's laptop or something. And while Pepper is getting the thing from Obadiah's laptop, she puts in the USB key and she's click, click, clacking away. And she finds on the desktop somehow, basically, Tony Stark ransom video.
.final.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like just sitting there.
Yeah.
And she's like, I wonder what this is. So she watches it and it's all your man.
The ransom
The
video.
ransom bro, yeah. And Tony's there on his knees with a bag on his head and they're in their language saying, we've got him.
Yep.
But then she right clicks and finds the translate button. This is 2008.
Amazing.
I don't even know if we couldn't even embed things on Bebo yet from YouTube. Like we weren't there. So either way, she right clicks, she finds the translate button, and instead of the computer,
Like a robot voice.
you didn't tell us that it was to. Instead, we get this fabulous performance from the chap playing this role of, you didn't tell us it was the great Tony Stark we were kidnapping. And I love it so much because I just didn't know that translation software had that much game.
Yeah, that it could put it in the actual voice of the person who is speaking the other language and also make it a little sexy.
Just the sexiest translation you'll ever get.
Hey, baby, you didn't even tell us it was the great Tony Stark.
Yeah.
You want to come to bed with
I
me?
would have worn something nicer. Like, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
But that's where we find out for sure that Obadiah is super duper evil and not doing the right thing. Meanwhile, he's also trying to build his own super suit in secret because he's sick that Tony won't let them build weapons anymore, and also that Tony has, in contradiction to his own sort of diktat, has gone ahead and built his own super suit weapon thing.
Yeah.
So Obadiah's like, I want a weapon thing. Yeah. I want a big suit. And so he builds one. That's exactly how he says it as well. Yeah. Like a 5-year-old girl.
Yeah. That's the exact voice that the amazing Jeff Bridges uses. Yeah.
But I want it. Yeah. And so essentially the big showdown is that Tony's like, no, turn off the arc reactor. It's all evil. He's being evil. And then Obadiah gets in his big suit, which has a name. Does it have a name?
Yeah, the Ironmonger.
Okay, very, very dramatic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's Iron Man versus Ironmonger in their final battle.
Fishman versus Fishmonger.
Yeah.
And so essentially Obadiah, again, in true Tony Stark fashion, gets deadened.
Oh, yeah. He
dies in a big way.
Proper dies. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's basically the conclusion of the movie. Oh, at the end there's a press conference where Tony is meant to, like, S.H.I.E.L.D. give him a cover story that, like, the Iron Man is his bodyguard or whatever, and he gets up there and he just he looks at the camera and he says, I am Iron Man, because he's got a big ego. And,
and everybody goes crazy.
Yeah. And then there's the post-credit scene that introduces Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury, and he basically says, I'm here to talk to you about the Avenger Initiative, and that's it.
Nice. Someone we just didn't mention at all is Happy Hogan.
Oh yeah.
Happy Hogan is Tony's kind of lifelong friend, body man, chauffeur at the moment.
Yeah.
But also is played by Jon Favreau, who directs.
Yeah, who directed the movie.
Yeah.
And gets a lot of well-deserved praise for directing the first movie in the MCU and like really bringing it to life. He does a great job.
Yeah, he launched it well. Like that, it's a strong start.
Yeah, very.
Yeah, for sure.
And like by this stage, 2008, there was already like superhero movies were around and they were a big deal.
Well, we all knew Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man.
Yes.
What? This is an aside. What year did Spider-Man 3 come out with the emo dance?
Spider-Man 3 was 2007.
So we'd just seen
Yeah.
Tobey Maguire.
People were getting disillusioned.
Walking through the
Yeah.
streets.
Yeah. And there were a lot of bad superhero movies
Yes.
by this stage as well.
There were.
Like there was like maybe we should talk about them on a different episode or
Yes.
something, but like Ben Affleck's Daredevil.
Ugh. Stunning.
Yeah.
Just art.
Yeah, some of the Fantastic Four movies. There
Yeah.
was a lot of bad stuff. So Iron Man comes out and totally changes the game. The Batman movies were already going, but they had, as you said, like a specific dark tone. This was a very fun, bright movie to launch the MCU. It
Yeah.
was great.
Yeah. What would you rate it out of 10?
I think this is like a near perfect
Okay.
superhero movie. I'm going to say, 8.5.
Okay.
What about you?
I think I'd match you on that. It's
Yeah.
a lot of fun. It's really bright and colorful. Because look, again, you look at the films that are coming out nowadays, and so much of it is like dark, and I mean lighting wise, like it's really dark. You just can't actually see what's happening half the time.
That's a big problem, I think, with cinema in general these days. Yeah,
exactly. But that didn't suffer from that. It's bright, it's colorful, it's a lot of fun. It's like, yeah, he's going around killing people with impunity.
Yeah.
But we're having a lot of fun while he's
He's a
doing it.
superhero.
Yeah, exactly.
Having a great
He's
time.
looking great.
Yeah.
You know, fucking bitches, killing guys.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah,
Living the
great.
dream. Yeah.
I will tell you that while we have both said 8.5 for that, the IMDb rating is 7.9, so we think highly of Iron Man.
Okay.
Which, yeah, we do.
And guarantee there's some 1-star review in there because someone's mom is like, it's satanic.
Yeah, there's
So,
definitely.
there's people bringing down the average here.
Yeah, totes. All right. You've said your favourite bit of the movie, which was the sexy translation.
Yes.
What about your least favourite?
Mine's going to be real annoying.
Okay.
Because at one point, quite early on in the film, there is some sort of press conference, and there's this journalist who is asking questions and like asking Tony the hard questions, and it's all very like, why are you doing this? Why are you manufacturing weapons? Why are you being evil? And then he basically says like one line, and then they end up in bed together. And I'm like, come on,
Yeah.
Leslie Bibb's character, like have some more integrity in that. Which is the real silly thing for it to be my least favorite moment, but it's such a good film that I'm just like,
Yeah, I think it's
irked
fair.
by this.
I think that's fair.
But it's 2008. Like, this was not made for me. This is not made for 36-year-old me.
It's definitely a teenage boy fantasy
Yes.
storyline or whatever.
Oh, she hates me? Well, maybe I can sleep with her.
Yeah. Which, of course, he immediately does because
Yes.
he's very charming and all that. But, yeah, I mean, that is... Yeah, that I think that's a fair criticism.
Yeah, yeah.
There'll be probably a bit more of that kind of
I have no doubt
Yeah.
there will.
throughout the MCU.
What about you? What's your favorite moment? No, start with your worst one. Start with your least favorite first, and
Okay.
then the high note.
Okay, least favorite. Most of the movie is really good. I would say maybe the final battle with Iron Man and Ironmonger is probably it's like the least fun action scene of the movie.
Okay.
Because you do have all the like great scenes of him flying around and it looking really cool and him blowing stuff up, and in the final battle it's just the two of them kind of punching each other, and
Yeah.
it's nighttime.
And a good bit of it's on the ground as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe that. It's still a fun scene. But yeah, that's probably my least favorite bit.
Cool. And most favorite?
My favorite bit of the movie is probably just the early action scenes where like he's just blowing stuff up and all that,
pew, pew.
because it's just a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's just like there's nothing artistic in my in what I'm
Yeah.
saying here. It's just fun.
Yeah.
Big explodey fun. I think the like main strength of the movie is Robert Downey Jr. He's
Defo.
just phenomenal. Like he's just unbelievable in the role. He's obviously like over the last nearly 20 years has kind of morphed into Tony Stark a bit,
Yeah.
and Tony Stark has kind of morphed into him a bit. But I guess that's what happens when you've got such a great connection with actor and character or whatever.
And especially like such a probably a controversial casting choice at the time, with him
Yeah.
kind of coming out of his issues in rehab and all that jazz.
I
that
believe,
difficult to rebuild your reputation after that.
I believe the studio like pushed back hard on Jon
Oh.
Favreau for wanting to cast him.
Okay.
And like they did a lot of screen tests and stuff, and I don't think, like, compared to what he would later make, I don't think he was paid particularly well and all that kind of stuff. But Favreau really wanted him for the role, and he was dead right.
And it's, 100% the right decision. I can't think of a single other person who could play it.
You know, there was I don't know if it was rumors or like early casting choices in the like early to mid 2000s of Tom Cruise playing Tony Stark.
Okay.
In a way, you could kind of see it, but I'm really glad it wasn't Tom Cruise.
Yeah, I mean, I love Tom Cruise. You know, he's fabulous for all his madness.
Yeah.
Like the man makes a great film.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I could see it, but it would have a totally different flavor.
Yeah.
I think RDJ is probably a little bit funnier.
Yeah.
In a more offhand, casual way. Like, again, Tom Cruise is hilarious in many things, but I think RDJ kind of feels a bit more off the cuff, as opposed to I'm acting.
Yeah. I think they made the right choice.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. No, I like. If you were like, oh, it's going to be George Clooney, I'd be like, well, that would be great to look at.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
RDJ is still the right
Yeah.
choice.
But we tried that with Batman, and
There you go.
that didn't
and
quite
it didn't work.
Yeah.
Oh, poor George.
Yeah.
Poor rich George Clooney.
Yeah.
He'll be fine.
I think he's doing well.
He's okay.
So yeah, I think that was my that's the best part of the movie, I think.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Anything else you want to tell us before we wrap up our first episode?
I think that's it. I think we're done.
We did it.
Congratulations.
Yay.
Great episode.
All right, so we will be back with our next episode with the next film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which is also 2008's The Incredible Hulk.
A great film.
Fantastic.
So say I. Many won't agree, but yeah.
We shall hear what I think.
Join us next time.
episode.
Riddick's out.
Riddick's out.
Thanks for listening to this episode.
You can find us on Instagram at Riddix_on or email us at riddixonpodcast@gmail.com.
Feel free to leave us a review wherever you're listening to this podcast and share it with a friend.
We'll see you next time.